Fighter 6. Fighter 6. Fighting ground. Online. Custom room.
I don't have time to play. Feeling nervous? What are you waiting for? I don't have time to play. Getting cold feet?
Casual match. Custom room. Special match versus special match. Extreme battle. Versus practice. Arcade. Online. Casual match. Casual match. Casual match. Casual match. Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Shall we begin? Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? All right. Deftly shuts out the jumping. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Was looking for that jump attack. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Big throws. A quick breather.
Not so fast!
Looking to impress with this sweeper. Side switch in the corner. Now, can they finish the job? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put Kumao from above. Punish counter set to the table. What were they thinking? Bring it flatline them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Yoga flow can mess with their head. This is gonna hurt. Drilling time. That's the Yoga Inferno Rip. Player 1 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Doing some quick planning? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. This can lead to some big damage. What are they gonna do? Yoga fire to turn up the heat. Not an excellent block. Drops him hard. All the throw connects. Both sides getting trust that off. Chin overhead. Dashes out of a Shippujinra. Player 2. Critical art now. Shakes things up with a fireball. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Yoga Arch! They got something in mind! Yoga Fire! Blinka! They can't get hit here! Get them in the air! Player 2 made some smart moves there! Great game!
Special versus practice. Arcade practice. Special versus arcade unranked match. Casual match. Custom room. Special versus practice. Arcade. Fighting ground. Special online.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight.
Me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Still slugging it out here. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 2 KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? They were right to be on guard there. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 1 sets up with the jump in. Super art to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Player drives and back misses. Will they gamble something here? Oh, banks it on the fireball. Player 2 comes away with the win. It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Box him with a target combo. Strings it all together. Okay, creating some space here. Burnout is triggered. This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with it? KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The jump-in is denied. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. It's a good spot to use the super cross-up attack. Knockdown tries to act quickly, but with the attack. One quick, what a finish! Player 2 comes away with the win. It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jump. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What are they thinking? Player 1 pushes. Oh! Takes a trip. Player 1 has completely used love tap to close it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Yo, put that away. Gets the knockdown, and now? Alright, what's coming up next? Player blocking that drive impact isn't going to win there! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Saguao reads the counterattack. Player 1 is working with a better game. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Looking for a hole. Doing some quick planning? Reads the jump in perfectly. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Dashes out on a Shippujira. Oh, combo! Let's go! This is gonna hurt. Carries to the back. Combo finishes it. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Gotta do this. Come on. Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. Gets through the opening. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. Gets them. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Hits them with a stopping bot. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Shippujira doing the business. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Throws a fireball. Back into the court, throws them. Throws them forward and maintains. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Dangerous range here. Coach turns out. What's next? Player 1 can't use. There's a burnout. They back down to closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. There's the counter we wanted. Jones with the smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Nothing stops this train. Ugh, puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive arc. Dangerous range here. Ooh, you willing to risk it for the overdrive? Crowns him from above. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Gets it to perfect, turns out. All the throw connects. Excellent read. Oh, he's solid anti-air. Player 2, can't use, are you kidding me? Player 1 comes away with the win. Looking for a hole. Quick step forward. Player 1 has got to work some magic with his limited drive. This can lead to some big damage. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Should move to Rexaku. This is gonna take a chunk. Okay, here we go. Sets up with the jump in. Chops off the tank and scores the drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Looking. Quick step forward. Player 1 has got to work some magic with his limited drive. This can lead to some big damage. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Should move to Rexaku. This is gonna take a chunk. Okay, here we go. Sets up with the jump in. Chops off the tank and scores the win. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best.
Special online. Casual match. Casual match. a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Decent return on that combo. Heading into the endgame net KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Drops him with a shoryu. Grabs him. Closes the gap for the grab. Jumps up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters planning something? Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Burnout activates. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player one drops him hard. What'll happen here? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Throws a fireball. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Sneaks in above. Flashes him. More fuel for the fire. Hook them up. Player two with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What are they gonna crown them from above? Knocked them out of the air. This is gonna hurt. Oh, putting the cherry on top. It's the goddess of the hunt. I've heard of tough love, but not like this. Not like this. Player one, super armor, cold and calculated. You need guts to pull that off. Player one delivers the upset. That's one for the replay.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jumps up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They hit each other.
Gotcha!
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the range where things get messy. And experiencing burnout. Snipes them out the air. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Grabs them. Dashes forward. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Checks them with a projectile. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The low heavy's blocked. Shoryuken. Going in. Shuts that down with a parry. A parry? Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Hold your breath. Blocks the impact. Looking for a chance. Player sets up with the jump in. Life lead cashes out the gauge right there. The goddess of the hunt has arrived. Say goodbye to that life gauge. Oh, huge block, super hard incoming. The next touch may decide this round. That was the highest if I've ever seen one. Player one faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball.
Casual match. Special versus practice. Training. Training room. JP.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up.
Sure thing. Let's do
Shall
it.
we begin then? Cause you know that it's my time.
Away. It's over. Here. Here. Now observe. There. Now observe. Go. 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 With strength. Well. Go. Well. Prepare. Take this. Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a chance with that jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 has the life lead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Solid combo.
It's not over.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 will have to fight back, but brushes that off and keeps going. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. That's a big gap. Burnout activated. Both players all out of drive gauge. This is a prime opportunity to come from the brink like that. What a comeback. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Very solid corner switch. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Time to sit on the lead. Still slugging it out at this range. Gets a risky bust in. So, what's next? Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Knockdown and super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. The drive impact is denied. Can opt for the critical art. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
This is the path I have chosen.
Looking for a chance. Can't knock them out of the air. Impact. What? A fireball at that range? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Checks with a medium kick. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. He drops that off. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Turns out. Shoryu. Oh, here we go. There's an overdrive Hadouken. Player 2 can't win this trigger. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. In attack range.
Hadouken! Shoryuken! This is my chance.
Doesn't tech the throw. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Box him with a shorty. Box him with a target combo. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? The throw misses. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open. Player 2 needs to use, will this super art connect? Very solid corner sweep. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Taking stock. Where is their opening? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Not much life left. The drive gauge difference could tip the scales. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Neither of them going on the offensive. Jumps. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jumps in. Doesn't miss a beat. Charges forward. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Are we gonna find the target? There's a burnout. The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Excellent read. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Chisels him down. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Uses the target combo as a fill. Ooh, what a smart throw. Still scrapping, blocks the low kick. Barely block. Overhead attack. Player 1 drops them from the air. Both sides, it wrecks them. Chucks the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. What now? Takes them off. They've got about half life left. What are they gonna do? Target combo into. This is gonna hurt.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Looking to follow up. They are done. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sets up with the jump in. Gets the combo. Flashes it. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Misses the drive impact. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, easy tech. Let's off a projectile to waste time. In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps? Just out of range for that throw. What'll happen here? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Zones with the fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Blocks the impact. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably impact squat. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Attempts to pump the brakes on the impact. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Were they baiting them into that? Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flashes him. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player pumps the brakes on the impact. Turns out. Player 2 is nothing stops this train. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? They can't make any mistakes here if they... Oh my god, they just choked it up! In attack range. What a read with that anti-air! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Who's gonna make a move? Checks with a projectile. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Puts one in the pocket. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. What a clutch side push there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to meet them in the air. Decides to buff up while they can. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets a risky buff in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Oh, talk about overextending. Drive gauge management here is going to be goes for the super art. Jumps up. A super art. The Dragon Last Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Medium kick. A quick breather. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. Sets up with the jump in. What now? A wheel in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? Side switch in the corner. Goes with the safe stuff with the... It's a good spot. Use the super. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 has the sets up with the jump in. What's next? Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Here we go. No, this will break them. Okay, here we go. A projectile to say, get off of him! Clutch, anti-air! Oh, they switch sides! Cleared for landing! Libby pumps the brakes on the impact! Drops the Here comes the boom! The Dragon tops off the tank and scores the win! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion!
Round 1.
They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Charges forward! Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Not shy with the grab. Taking stock. That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Parries the projectile. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Projectile to try and change the situation. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. All right, what's coming up next? The drive impact with KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Anti-air in the clutch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Excellent block. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. That's raw critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. You need guts to pull that off. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
A new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Gets the counter. Knockdown. Well-timed corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Time to do some damage after that wall splat. Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. This is a critical point of the round. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Shoots off a fire. Very solid tomahawk buster. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Feeling out the spacing. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Looks like they want to put a new knockdown, and their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. They drive it back, misses! A jump in? Oh my god, they just choked it up! Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? And whiffs! They're wide open! Almost out of time! This is gonna kill, no doubt about it!
Sit down and shut up!
What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Back out to start. They're not taking any drives and back misses. Dashes forward. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. All in with a rush. Oh, here we go. Hugs nothing but air. Burns out. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Big gauge lead here. There's a burnout. And they burn out in sync. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Wow, reads the counterattack.
Here I go!
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Oh, they got him! Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. What are they thinking here? Player 2 chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Okay, creating some space here. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Did well to get the buff in there. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Decides to create some distance to start. Flashes him. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can they keep on him? That drive impact doesn't get through. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Which way you gonna block? Gets scooped from down low. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Still slugging it out at this range. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Medium kick hits. Barely blocks the jump in.
It's not over.
Gut punch shreds him.
This of mine.
This Shin Hashogaki is gonna sting. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Sets up with the jump in. The Jinrai? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The low. Will they gamble something here on a drive move? Looking for a hole. Just go. How did they anticipate that jump in? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Blast anti-air. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? You've gotta be mindful. Can this drive bring them back? The low kick hits. Player one, solid anti-air. Impact squashed. Somehow manages to block. Gotta do better than that. What a perfect execution with the anti-air. Nothing stops this train. Both turning it right up with a super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. Amazing. Player one still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Awesome! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.